Hi, my name is Jonah the Jackal Schweitzer, and you're listening to Esoteric Drive Time Radio. Now, today I'm joined by my co-host, Robert the Raccoon, and he's joined by his co-host, Zachary the Zebra. Now, we're also joined by Andrew the African Lion, Bradley the Black Swan, Samantha the Sage Hen, Melissa the Marmot, Patrick the Peacock, Timothy the Tapir, Brandy the Bison, Jeremy the Jacana, Daniel the Desert Eagle, Sean the Sheep, Lisa the Llama, Joshua the Jackrabbit, Nicole the Narwhal, Corey the Cape Fox, Andrea the African Buffalo, Ryan the Rattlesnake, Sean the Shrike, Jose the Harbor Seal, Kayla the Kahala Scrub Robin, Megan the Manatee, Brian the Barking Gecko, Patricia the Puffin, Laura the Lamprey, Jessica the Jaguar, George the Grouse, Tyler the Timberwolf, Scott the Sidewinder, Thomas the Tarantula, Cassandra the Carpet Python, Stephen the Seal, James the Jellyfish, Dustin the Dingo, Angela the Anteater.
Hello, this is Samson the Sea Otter, and I'm coming to you from the future to tell you that this is not ending anytime soon. So I thought I'd give you guys all a treat and switch us over to a very special segment featuring a very special guest. We'll get back to Jonah later. Are you ready? Let's go!
Oh, all right. We have a guest who's coming onto the show as we speak. Alistair, why don't you sit down? Mic number 2. I'll hook you up. All right. So, why don't you do us the honors? Introduce yourself, sir.
Hello, my name is Alistair Watson. I just would like to apologize to Jonah and Samson that I arrived late. I was eating lunch, and I had that feeling that I was.
Do you not see the do not disturb sign?
Oh.
Now that Alistair has been made aware of the concept of do not disturb, we'll move on to our scheduled interview.
Yes. This is quite the setup. I think this is the first. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever been in a radio. These mics have a lot of fuzzy things around them.
Those are purely decorative.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
All right. So, sir, tell me, where are you from?
I am from Arlington, Virginia. It's right outside D.C. It's across the Potomac River. Yes. I've been born and raised there, lived there my whole life. Yeah, Arlington, Virginia.
Okay. Now tell me, how do you like Arlington, Virginia?
Arlington, Virginia is actually it's a very cool place. I know that might sound very cliche. I'm sure every place is cool to the person that lives in it. It's literally right across the river from DC, right? So that's the nation's capital. That's pretty cool. It's only like a 5-minute car ride really just to access the nation's capital, the United States of America capital, And it's also actually fun Arlington fact. It is the smallest geographical county in the United States, but it is one of the most densely populated because we have 1 million of people, most of whom are government workers and other things. I'm pretty sure that actually one of my neighbors probably works for the CIA. I don't know. There's just kind of that feel. The feel of it, How's
like by Langley or wherever that is?
CIA or Quantico, Virginia. That's where it is. But also maybe some sort of government type worker. There's some people have that feel, that aura of government worker. So
tell me, what do you consider the most overrated virtue?
The most overrated virtue?
Yes.
Like human virtue?
Well, human virtue. Like, I think there are specific ones laid out for religion. I think there are like faith. I believe honesty is one of them. Like, or it can be non-religion specific as well.
Overrated virtue.
Yes.
I would have to say the most overrated virtue, in my opinion, is definitely the concept of having like a stiff upper lip. How that's like look up upon. With the fact that you can You can keep opinions to yourself when you're put in situations where you might disagree with someone or might agree with someone. It's like keeping yourself poised in all senses, but I think it really takes away from human individuality. And I think that that's just like a concept that really just kind of diminishes human abilities.
You know, I can't
It's very
say...
impressive.
Thank you.
Juggling some
I,
apples.
I can't say that I've ever heard that espoused as a virtue myself, but I think that it is certainly an overrated virtue. Okay. What is your motto and why?
My motto. First off, there's a lot of funny stuff happening around me. Do you mind if I describe what's going on?
Wait, what?
I'm sorry. I don't understand what you mean by funny.
I got some, juggling apples to my right, and some leg shaving cream over. Got some shaving over here. Very nice. I'm surrounded by a lot of neat activities of self-care, like literally like shaving legs.
This is just our production. This is what happens.
Yeah, it's all part
Have you
of
ever been on a radio show before?
I have not, but this is very exciting.
This is what happens.
Yeah, that's true. I've missed a few set pieces as well. So getting back to the questions, now, tell me which historical figure do you most closely identify yourself with?
Oh shoot! Well, I do like history. I fancy myself as a history buff. So definitely there are a lot of people that I respect, but the like ones that I closely see myself with. Mm-hmm. I spent a lot of time. Well, I really like the American Civil War. I think it's a fascinating time period, and definitely there are a lot of historically prominent people in those situations who didn't get to their position the way that I would get to their position. You know, a lot of these generals and stuff like that, you know, they went to military school and they were like, they fought in a war. You know, that's not how I envision my future.
So
but,
you like you're saying you don't see yourself being like a Ulysses S. Grant or anyone?
No, but if there was one person that I would envision that I really respect, there's actually this Union general called Joshua Chamberlain, who, he's not a big household name. He was a Union general in the American Civil War, who you could argue, and I'm one of those argues, he won the Battle of Gettysburg for the Union, which, of course, was a very decisive battle.
We have a little
Oh, that's true. That's true. We actually set up a game show specifically tailored to your
Oh, thank you.
to your interests. I am legitimately very glad that you did show up, and I do appreciate you giving us your time like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest game show you will ever bear witness to. I'm here with our guest,
Alistair Watson,
and our co-host, the reigning champion.
I am Samson. I am here.
All right. Now, tell me, what percentage?
Wait. How are the rules of this game working?
Oh no, you'll figure it out.
Is it sudden death?
No. We have I believe 10 or so questions.
Do we make binging sounds with our mouths?
Yes. Jeopardy rules, whoever buzzes in first, we do not have buzzers for you, so make a bing. Make a bing when you know the answer.
Wonderful.
All right. Now, tell me, what percentage of the population died in the Civil War?
Bing, 2%. 2%.
Oh,
correct.
2%?
2%. 2% of the entire population died in the Civil War.
That's actually a lot. Okay, wow.
Now, which was the bloodiest battle in terms of casualties during the war?
Bing, Gettysburg.
Gettysburg.
I'm sorry, you did not bing. I'm going to have to give the point to Samson.
Wait, you had to... Okay, Bing first.
I bing.
Okay.
You have to bing first.
Oh, okay. Oh. I thought it was Bing if we won. Okay, now I got it.
Now, what was the first state to secede?
South Carolina.
Bing, South Carolina.
I got it first, though.
You didn't say Bing, though.
But I got it
That is
first.
true, Samson was first. Now, how long was Lincoln's Gettysburg Address?
2 minutes.
That was good.
Bing.
I thought it was 3 minutes, but yeah.
Oh, that is true. Samson didn't bing, although he is the appropriate distance from his mic, so I'm going to have to give it to him.
Okay, I see how this game show's going.
Now,
What's going on
no,
about it?
I don't follow.
Okay.
What?
I guess I'm very slow then.
What was the The title of the period following the war.
Reconstruction.
Okay. You guys did get it at the same time?
I raised my hand.
Samson did raise his hand. I'm going to have to give it to him.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I'll make sure I'll raise my hand next time.
African Americans made up what % of the Union Army?
Bing. Raise hand. 10%.
That's true. Samson did have raised hand and the correct answer.
Wow.
What was the name of Robert E. Lee's horse?
Bing, Traveler.
Which one?
He only had one.
He had several horses.
I'm going to have to give it to Samson. Robert E. Lee probably had multiple horses.
He did have multiple horses. Now, if the question had been who was his favorite horse, then yes, that is correct. Traveler was in fact his favorite horse. However, he had several horses during the
Did
extended
they all
war.
like die, sadly, or something?
Most
Probably.
likely.
I've not.
It is war.
I learned something new about the Civil War. I did not know.
Well, that's just common sense, is it not?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you don't need to read
That long, you're gonna have one horse the entirety of the war? There's part of it's just convenience, you know?
That's true. Gotta have several horses in case they get shot under you.
Now, who was the youngest general in the war?
Bing, raise hand, Pennypacker.
All right.
Okay, I did not know that.
I'm gonna have to give it to Samson.
How do you know the age? Do you have to have the age handy of the?
I do not.
I just know he was the youngest.
Yeah,
I don't know what his
he
actual
must have
age
been
was.
really young. That's crazy. It's quite the accomplishment.
I believe it was Union.
Yes.
How many Native Americans fought in the war?
Bing, I would guess like percentage or number.
Number.
Bing, I would say 7,000 at least. No more than like. Okay, final answer 8,000. Bing, final answer 8,000. 8,000.
Okay, I'm gonna
6,000. 68,000. 639.
I'm gonna have to give it to Samson. That is exactly correct. 68,693. Wow. And final question. Finish the sentence. Abraham Lincoln was killed when he was...
Bing, watching a play at Ford Theater.
Bing, shot in the head.
I'm gonna have to give it to Samson. That is...
Abraham Lincoln was killed when he was shot in the head.
That's true. I mean, what is a play, you know? All right. Now... That is all the time we have for our game show tonight. But thank you, Alistair, for participating.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you to our winner and the person who studied more, apparently, Samson, our resident Civil War expert.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Woo.
Now,
it's impressive, Samson.
I was going to throw to one of our sponsors, but I think it would actually be fun to have Alistair, read it out. So, Alistair, why don't you read a quick message from our sponsors?
All right. This is a message from Candyland. Candyland, the perfect theme park vacation getaway for the whole family. Come and experience the luscious, clean, open cotton field of Candyland, the famous fourth largest plantation in the state of Mississippi. Wow. Okay. Owner Calvin Candy invites you to take a tour on the back of simpler, better, more wholesome America, where you can pretend, if only for a moment, that the right side won the Civil War, ride in a horse-drawn carriage, and enjoy watching all kind of different good old punishments. Oh my God. Conclude the tour with some old-fashioned kneecapping and a bloody shootout in the parlor. Of course, all the while enjoying the finest white cake. Come to Candyland. You'll have a grand old time.
All right. Thank you.
Quite the sponsor you got there.
All right. Now, thank you, everyone. That is all the time we have here today. Thank you, Alistair, for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Peter the Puma, Kevin the Kangaroo, Lauren the Lizard, Donald the Dove, Travis the Tiger, Christina the Kurdu, David the Dog, Catherine King Cormorant, William the Wallaby, Ronald the Rhinoceros, Sarah the Sable Antelope, Cynthia the Cottonmouth, Jason the Jungle Cat, Nathan the Nyala, Brian the Badger, Paul the Pelican, Vanessa the Violet-Eared Waxbill, Aaron the Egret, Veronica the Vicuna, Rebecca the Rodent, Eric the eel, Jamie the Japanese macaw. And now I know it's controversial bringing these two on here together, but today I have with me Lindsay the land iguana and Maria the marine iguana. Also joining me today is Catherine the kinkajou, Stephen the savannah baboon, Holly the house crow, Alicia the African elephant, Shannon the shark, Anthony the aardvark, Mary the magpie, Anna the Arctic fox, Edward the eastern quoll, Emily the echidna, Kathleen the kudu, Chad the cheetah, Danielle the deer, Tara the tortoise, Philip the pheasant, and finally, last but certainly not least, Gregory the gecko. Now, actually, I apologize, we're actually out of time. We're going to have to send all our guests away. But remember, as always, the Drive Time Radio motto: God is dead. God remains dead and we have killed him. How shall we comfort ourselves, the murderer of all murderers? What was holiest and mightiest of all of us, that the world has yet owned, has bled to death under our knives. Who will wipe this blood off us? What water is there for us to clean ourselves? What festivals of atonement, what sacred games shall we have to invent? Is not the greatness of this deed too great for us? Must we ourselves not become gods simply to appear worthy of it?